Join the fight and save the world from extraterrestrial aliens in Faza. Welcome to Tangermouse Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Faza is a 2 to 4 player sci-fi co-op game coming to Kickstarter. Let's take a look at those prototype components.
There's tiles, cards, standees, cubes, dice, and more.
Here's a quick overview of the game. You and your team, Faction Zeta, will be using your skills to take down the drones and to help the rebel Faza to defeat the motherships. There's a team phase where players will be simultaneously taking actions, and then there's a Faza phase where bad things happen. And then they'll go back to the team phase and Faza phase and so on until either players win or players lose.
At the beginning of the game, you'll place out the tiles and the 3 motherships and some drones on the board. You also choose the level of difficulty for the game. Players will choose a color and a character. Each group of cards is a little different than the others. These characters all have different skills: the farmer, the doctor, the scientist, the engineer, the scout, the soldier, the rebel, and the senator. Each of their cards is thematic to who they are. Like the scientist or the engineer, they're going to do stuff with different types of equipment, like the ray gun or the Tesla coil. Or like the rebel, they're going to help be able to get more rebels.
During the team phase, players will be taking their turns simultaneously, and they can take the following actions in any order and as many times as they're able to do so.
You could use one of your player cards, like running, using an airplane to teleport, or even using a weapon to enhance your combat rolls. You'll turn your cards sideways when you use them. They can only be used once per team phase. When you engage in combat, roll the number of dice equal to the number of orange drones on that tile. A 4 or higher is a success, and you receive that drone or drones. 3 or less, you're going to become injured. If there are any purple rebels on that tile, they take that injury instead of you. They are there to help you. But if you take an injury because there's no rebels, then you flip your lowest numbered card to the injury side. Your ultimate goal is to take down the motherships. First, all orange drones must be defeated from that tile. You must use the rebels to attack the ship. Remove 1 rebel when you attack the ship and reduce the mothership's health by 1. Then flip 1 Faza card and resolve any effects. Once the mothership's health is reduced to 0, you flip its card over, which now has new effects that will take place during the game.
Eventually, the players will be running out of their actions, and you'll move from your team phase to the Faza phase.
You'll follow the steps on the card with the difficult mode you chose. Depending on that mode, you're going to do bad things. That's going to happen, like the Faza attacking players and rebels, adding drones, and moving the mothership. Each mothership has different things that it does, as well, like adding drones and even flipping tiles to the other side, called Faza forming. Usually this is bad since many of them are deadly zones. You would gain an injury if you're on that tile at the end of a team phase.
After the Faza phase, players will reset their player cards and start a new team phase.
Now, if you were injured, you'll need to spend that card's action by flipping it over. Then in the next team phase, you'll hopefully get to use it again.
Players lose if any team member dies, if you can't place any drones on the board, meaning you've run out of drones from the stock, or if all the outposts have been Faza formed, meaning that the tiles have been flipped over. Or in hard mode, you'll lose if all the rebels are removed from the board. Now the players will win if they can defeat all 3 motherships.
The dice on the top of the motherships is very helpful to see how much health is left on the motherships.
You're going to want to defeat the orange drones so that you can recruit the rebels, the purple ones, because without the help of those rebels, it's going to be impossible to defeat the motherships. And you also have to remember that when you start reducing the health of the motherships, You're going to have to flip over a Faza card, which is probably going to be bad, but there are some good ones. Let's look at those.
There are a lot of different kinds of Faza cards. Instant happens immediately. Short will last until the next Faza card is drawn. And the only way to get rid of long ones is to pay orange cubes equal to the number of players plus 2. There are some rewards as well, but not a lot. The rules also clearly explain the different symbols of the game, so that's helpful.
If you enjoy fighting games, then you can join the fight against the Faza in the sci-fi fighting game coming to Kickstarter.